Hello everyone, Alex here from Swoosh English. So, very quick video. Can I cross out mistakes in my OET writing letter? The answer is yes, you can. And this is as an OET teacher, I advise you to do this because when in our Facebook group community where we've got our page students, they put their writing in the Facebook group, they get corrections, feedback, grade estimations from our UK OET teachers. Some students type out their answer on the laptop, and some students, they write their answer out, okay? They want to reflect what it's like in the real examination. And when I see students who've actually crossed out their, maybe a certain word or phrase, maybe it was grammatically incorrect, and they checked that and they crossed it out and they realized it, or, they crossed out a whole sentence and they thought, okay, maybe I included some information from the case notes that wasn't necessary, I'm going to cross that out. Or they just wanted to change that sentence completely, maybe it wasn't, be as concise as they wanted, as coherent as they wanted it. So they've changed the sentence and written the correction above. If they've done that, then it brings a smile to my face because it shows that they have proofread their answer in most cases. So I'm always telling students, make sure proofreading is part of your techniques, okay? And if you're not in that mindset of proofreading, have it on a post-it note that you put on your wall and, proofread my OET writing and see that every day, and it will get lodged into your mind. If you spend a few minutes at the end proofreading your answer, you can really avoid those grammatically incorrect phrases, words, or spelling mistakes, or whatever mistakes they may be. You can avoid them from happening. And I would definitely, as I've mentioned in a previous video about having post-it notes, that's a big one. But anyway, when it comes to crossing out, and the other thing I should say is, before I forget, is it doesn't need to look, your letter doesn't need to look beautiful and attractive and it looks absolutely perfect from beginning to end in terms of the aesthetics, and is it a good looking piece of writing? Who cares? Doesn't matter. As long as the examiner can read the words, the sentences, read your letter from beginning to end. That is the most important thing. The word is a five letter word is clear. Is it clear? C-L-E-A-R. I nearly actually spelled clear incorrectly, which would have been very embarrassing. But is it clear? Think to yourself, is it clear? Is it readable? Will the examiner have problems reading this, okay? And when it comes to crossing out, make sure that they can read, when you've crossed out, and whether you're writing in pen or pencil, it doesn't have to be, some people just go like this, and it starts to get a little bit messy. Just a one strong, bold line through your writing and then right above. As long as I would say, for example, if this is just my feeling, other people might agree or disagree, but when it comes to your writing, if you have joined up writing and you cross out a sentence, if there's not much space at the top for you to write, I would just write, I wouldn't do joined up writing at the top. I would just do single letters, especially if you've got small space, just to make sure that the examiner can clearly read what you're trying to say. Another thing, I personally would say, if you're writing your letter in pencil, which you're free to do, if you make a mistake, I think it's a waste of time to take a rubber and erase the answer, to rub out the answer and then write again. You have to get your rubber, rub it out or erase it out, wipe away the eraser little bits that you get, then make sure it's completely blank and then write over the top. It's just, to me, it's just you're wasting valuable seconds, and you've only got 45 minutes for your OET writing, 40 minutes to write your letter. I would just do a strong, bold line that's crossed out, okay, that crosses out the words and phrases, and then write above. That's all you need to do. But yes, it doesn't need to look beautiful. It doesn't need to look, the most perfect looking, aesthetically pleasing letter in the world, as long as the examiner can read what you're trying to say. And like I said, you get big brownie points from where, particularly for my page students, when I see that, because I know what we're teaching them is working. I know that they're proofreading. It's so important to proofread. I write emails and I always proofread afterwards, because we humans, we make mistakes. And, you know, especially if you end up getting a C in your writing, and then of course you can't see that letter afterwards, but if you saw that back and you saw the examiner had said, okay, you made a mistake here, here and there, you'd be like, oh no, why did I make that mistake? So spend a few minutes at the end proofreading, cross out anything that's not, you know, maybe you see a particular sentence you don't like, you think, oh, that's unnecessary, I don't need to have that in, I've already said that above, maybe I've already, duplicated some information. Cross it out and have it as succinct and as clear as possible. So hopefully that video was helpful for you today, and make sure you ask me any questions below if you've got any whatsoever, and download our free 3-part OET video series, which is at swooshenglish.com. It's there for you. It's completely free. It will help you a lot in terms of the basic understanding of all 4 sections, and then we'd love to see you in our preparation programs as well. So make sure you ask me any questions about that you have whatsoever. So hopefully that video was helpful. Have a great rest of the day.